first one's called Robin Hood, When They See Us. Oppression. A situation in which people are governed in an unfair and cruel way, prevented from opportunities and freedom. Not some foreign country you're expecting, but here at home in the United Kingdom. Loan me your eardrums, for tonight I am Robin Hood. Robbing for the hood, exposing the oppressive system. Taking from the rich, giving to the poor. You can't label it theft if it's already stolen. Unlike the politicians who paint the town red. That's my wife, you know. Let me pull up. Taken from the rich, given to the poor, you can't label it theft if it's already stolen. Unlike the politicians who paint the town red at the expense of the blue collar, driven by greed to be pro-green. As tax rises and welfare plummets, ignorance is bliss to a universal credit screen. Sinister laughs offshore like a tax evasion regime. The elite indulge in excess, while the working class are sentenced to the guillotine. Isn't it ironic that we are led by the mindless, dictating, controlling, withdraw society's resources like leeches? They are spineless. The only time I see a politician in the hood is when there's cameras, but generally they can't find us. Apartheid is still existent under the name of boroughs. You can find partition in postcodes as they systematically divide us. Only in Britain, the sky cries, of all the untold story lives, that you can hear from the pour of my poetic bow's line. Let my words fire, arch, and rain rains like sirens. This is your warning sign. How many more times do we have to plead for our youth clubs now we watch the heightened crime and the epidemic of county lines? Mock us with your double standards, praising MPs for drug use. You are part of the problem. We see you, we are not blind. Behind enemy lines, there's more cells in classrooms. It's degrading. From the courtroom, I shout it out because the pain in my esophagus is still suffocating, like a mirroring dramatic birthmark from the noose that remains claiming. And whilst we fight to remain EU remaining, I'm still searching for 400 plus years of my ancestry, but it's fading. These amount minutes will give you insight to a lifetime of oppression. I want to scream every single thought from my converted tongue, but the English vocabulary doesn't hold my homeland's expressions. I am Robin Hood, a mixed-race Muslim with poetry as his weapon. Right in front of my eyes, I see the hypocrisy as they take over and dilute our culture, but disregard our colour. So it's part and parcel, evidencing the same because 3/4 of the team is black, but they still support Arsenal. So I stand tall, like a 1200-year-old Moorish castle, and 1200 years more for the lives lost at Grenfell. And 1200 years more for the lives lost at Grenfell. And 1200 years more for the lives lost at Grenfell. Robin Hood, when they see us riding through the estates. Robin Hood, when they see us with our band and mandem, feared by the oppressors, loved by the woke. When they see us, Robin Hood, when they see us. Thank you. You have to excuse me. I usually come a bit more prepared and know these off by heart, but I've been super busy. Not an excuse, but I hope you like this one. It's called Remember the Name. Ladies, mandem, we are the future. There's no room for error or excuse. We are the children of Sidewinder, dubplate drama, and rolling with the nines. Don't let them interrupt my interlude. This is our reign, rude boy. I'm storming to war like a Union Jack on a stab proof. We run the block with maximum air between the heel and concrete and Air Max, so join me on my pursuit. Know that God is closer than your own jugular vein, and the devil is a handpick away, but you chose to be here today, avoiding the forbidden fruit. We find a home in flat boxes because we find a home in road because flat boxes are preparation for cells. We were birthed to the wild, these are our roots. The child that is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. African proverb, but a reality to the youth. Are you dizzy? Neglecting the boy in the corner was always going to turn him into a rascal. And that's the honest truth. See, I am a product of the Western society, but the motherland is calling back to me. So I'm torn between a black British stereotype mentality and living up to the heir of my African dynasty. I said, I'm tempted by this island's criminal environment, criminality, but yearning my rights of cultural mentality. Lured to a cold like a lion to his territory, but the only lions I see are the ones they stole and put on the passport and identity. Don't get me wrong though, I'm GB through and through. Sip a cuppa, watch England be overhyped, then lose. Yeah. Red, white and blue. Brexit, ain't got a clue. More rain than anywhere else in the world means a monthly visit from the flu. But being British and of colour means every other day stop and search. Sat on the tube and the lady next to you grabs onto her purse. And you know what's worse? These self-proclaimed groups called Britain First, claiming, I don't put Britain first. I don't want to hear your lazy immigrant comments and outbursts, especially from a group that enslaved a whole other race of people to do the work they didn't want to do. So bust your noise. We used to move weight, now we move heart. East London Hackney never had a head start. My grandmother said that I would grow up to be an important man. The time gone by, I still struggle to understand where I stand as I am. Because more time I move from the road to the offices, I see the shame plan. They could plot, but I never diverge from God's plan. Calm. Calmer than an imam on Jummah, righteous on road. Homegrown, kingdom home, never known till I touched the microphone. I was once told our culture will one day make history. I replied, we birthed you, the ignorant children that have forgotten your parents, the irony. We bled for your glory. We bled for your glory when you stole or borrowed we bled for your glory when you stole and borrowed or built royalty. We bend no knees, scuff up no trainers, and utter no false deities. Remember name. When you mocked us for gang signs and prayers, now we translate the city. When you victimized us for a graphic image bedded on our knees, now we have the world at our feet. When you brought up previous crimes, now we are the king of the world. Know that we are internally great from our downfall to our uprising. Remember the name, Abdul Patel. Thank you.